Hi everyone, my name is Claire and this is my summary of learning video for the course. I'm going to briefly talk about what I learned in the class in regards to neoclassical and Keynesian economic approaches and how they are relevant to our past and current provincial governments. So minimum wage is a provincial and territorial base wage workers are to be paid. This is to protect some of Canada's most vulnerable sectoral workers from exploitation. However, a substantial portion of informal job sectors are severely underpaid and underrepresented, with much of the work going unrecognized. Under the Wynne government, the Liberals had proposed a minimum wage increase from $11.40 to $14, with the end goal being a raise of $15. Under the Liberal government's proposed increase, they used a Keynesian approach. So they wanted to have more of an involved state in the market, in the more active market. Since the recent election, though, of Conservative Doug Ford, the Conservative Party has voiced that they are against the wage increase. He and his party believe that the state should have less interference as to readjust itself accordingly without state intervention. Although both parties are not wrong in their choice to be active or inactive in the state, neither one should be blamed for the result of unemployment, as it's a common result of state versus non-state intervention and how much social expenditure is actually put into the economy. The course has helped me conceptualize the approaches under the Ford and Wynne government that I did not see or recognize before. What I learned overall was how to critically examine the motives of the political parties in Canada. Since taking this class, I have learned how to look at the economic choices of the government, and I now have considered, when looking at the current Conservative Party, that it's not that the party doesn't want to be active nor cause unemployment and to not pay its workers well or to follow through with the proposed minimum wage. It just operates under a particular economic framework, which is the neoclassical, as I mentioned, being focused on less state intervention. And prior to this class, I most likely would have not considered this nor understood that the motives of the government are based on the economic theory that reflects their motives. Since this class, I have really reflected and reconsidered a few of my own thoughts on the market and the state intervention. And I think that's been pretty helpful because you don't really understand the government's motives nor their choices for state intervention until you kind of look at which economic framework they choose to operate under.